Hey y'all, welcome back to Super Geeked. I'm Victoria, and today we have a What's Sold video. We all love What's Sold videos, right? We like to see what other resellers are able to flip online for a profit, so when we're outsourcing, we know what to be looking for. I'm excited to say that this month, I've had a turnaround. I have sales on all 4 of the platforms that I list on. So that's exciting. But I know some of you maybe only sell on one or a few of these platforms. So I will, in the description, have chapters. So if you want to skip forward to the platforms that you list on, then feel free to do so. But I also encourage you to check out what's selling on other platforms because let's face it, you never know what might happen on these platforms, like what happened to me on eBay. So it's good to not have all your eggs in one basket and consider listing on multiple platforms. Even the platforms that I don't make a ton of sales on, I still like to cross-post because it may be reaching a different kind of audience. They have different eyes on your items, different customer bases. Some of them are international, some of them are just domestic. So that's why I enjoy cross-listing. That brings me to today's sponsor, Vendoo. I mentioned Vendoo in my eBay suspension video, and many of you reached out wanting to know, what is Vendoo? So as someone who cross-lists on multiple platforms, Vendoo is my lifeline. I could not cross-post to multiple platforms in such an efficient way if it wasn't for Vendoo. So let's talk today about one of my favorite features that helped me when eBay gave me that suspension. Even though the suspension only lasted for 24 hours, they did take down my entire catalog of inventory, my entire store on eBay. But because I have Vendoo, all of my inventory and listings were saved on their site, and I was able to very quickly relist my items on eBay. So I'm gonna show you a quick little clip of what it looks like to relist an item. It's super easy, and I'll talk you through that. Okay, let's jump right in here. I'm gonna go to the Vendoo website. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna log in. And it's going to take me directly to my inventory page. So this is what the main page looks like. You can see all of the marketplaces you can list on. The ones highlighted are the platforms that I list on, which is eBay, Etsy, Mercari, and Poshmark. And then below you'll see there's tabs for draft, active, and sold. You can also sort your inventory. These are all of the items I have imported, my listings. You'll see underneath each of them are the platforms that they're listed on. You'll also see the date that the item was imported and the amount that it was listed for. So this was listed on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. And then we'll just quickly scroll through here so you can sort of get a look at what the inventory system looks like. And then you can also see where an item has sold, what platform it was sold on, and the sold date. This item was listed on all 4 platforms that I sell on. And then we're going to come in here and go in one, and I'm going to show you how I quickly relisted those items on eBay. It defaults to a template page that you can make changes. It'll go to all platforms. And then we're going to click on eBay, and this is just quickly what the eBay page looks like. And I'm going to come over here to this little drop-down menu next to where it says eBay. It says it's listed right now, so we're going to go ahead and delist it as if it wasn't on eBay. So just very quickly, I'm delisting it. It only takes a second. Now it's delisted, and we're going to relist the item. And it's relisting it for me. All the information's there. I don't need to change anything, and it's relisted. That easy. So let me show you one more. Just very quickly, goes to the Vendoo default page, but I'm going to hit delist on eBay. It's now delisted, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to relist it. And it's done. And that's it. That is how you do it. So as you can see, having Vendoo as a part of my business is essential, not only because it keeps a catalog of all the items I have listed, but also it serves as a backup for me. If anything was to happen on one of these platforms, my items and all my hard work are not gone. I still have them very neatly listed in Vendoo and can very quickly relist them on these platforms. So thank you so much to Vendoo for sponsoring this video, and I will continue to use Vendoo as it has become an essential part of my business. If you're interested in trying Vendoo, I do have a link in the description below. You can click on it. It will provide you with 25% off your first month of trying Vendoo. You can use the code SUPERGEEKED when registering, and let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to share my experience with Vendoo, and again, thank you Vendoo for sponsoring this video. Okay, on to the sales. So like I said, I have sales on all the platforms, but today we're gonna start with Poshmark. First up were these Saturday, Sunday pants. They were some comfortable, they described them as leggings, but I think they were a little more loose fitting than leggings. I picked these up with that thread out buyout from my local liquidation store. I do have a haul video here on the channel. They ended up selling for $36. They were only listed for 14 days. My cost of goods were $5.35. Poshmark took $7.20. I did give a shipping discount because I sent out an offer. And so I made $21.73 on these pants. I mentioned that I enjoy selling Minnetonka when I did my America's Thrift Supply unboxing recently, that shoe unboxing. If you haven't seen that, they're a new company that is doing wholesale. So much like we get mystery boxes from ThredUp and other companies, you can now purchase from America's Thrift Supply. They are overflow inventory from America's Thrift Stores, items that did not sell in their stores. And I had two great shoe boxes. Well, I got some Minnetonkas in there, and I mentioned that I enjoy selling Minnetonkas. However, I'd like to clarify, I like selling Minnetonka boots. These were some sandals, and they sat for 712 days, so I will not be picking the sandals up. But they were really cute. They were some espadrille wedges, and they ended up selling for $21, and I made $10.79 after all the deductions. So I'm gonna stick with the Minnetonka boots and probably pass on the sandals. Okay, these were some Torrid leggings that I actually got for myself and never wore them. They were like the biker short style. They sold for $27. Cost of goods were $0 because they came from my drawer. $5.40 were the Poshmark fees, and I made $21.60. And they did sell in just 44 days, so a month and a half. I love selling Everlane. I was so excited to find these in that thread up buyout. They are some white Everlane jeans, high-rise skinny, and they sold on Poshmark for $46. I had paid $5.35 in that thread up buyout. They were only listed for 10 days. And after Poshmark fees and a shipping discount, I made $29.73, and I will continue to pick up Everlane jeans. Next up were some jeggings. They were by Spanx, and I've actually sold Spanx jeggings before. They flip fast and for a good amount. These sold in a little over 2 months for $52. My cost of goods were $5.85 at a thrift store. Poshmark took $10.40. I did give a $1.72 shipping discount because I sent out an offer, and I made $34.03 on those Spanx jeggings. So I will pick those up again. Okay, this sale is a little lower than I normally would, but I usually don't pick up tops. And this is why, because they don't flip for as much. But I knew that this would go fast because the brand, I bought this at the thread up buyout, and it's A Goldie. It was a mock neck tee, ribbed, really cute, on trend, perfect for this season. It sold for $25, and after cost of goods and fees on Poshmark, I came home with $13.58, and it was only listed for 1 day. So I would pick this up again, even though I don't normally source tops. I was happy to see this flip quickly. Okay, I've been talking to you guys about the Levi's Premium and how I'm looking for those Levi's Premium styles, the ones with the leather patch. They have a premium design label inside the interior of the waistband. These are an example of those. These were the rib cage, straight button fly ankle jeans. They sold in 1 day for $44. I had paid $6.42. Poshmark took $8.80, and I did give a shipping discount of $1.72. So I took home $27.06. So keep an eye out for those premium Levi's. Next up was a ModCloth dress. You hear me talk about ModCloth all the time, and that is because I sell it all the time. This is actually a dress I've had for a very long time. I'm really surprised about this dress, you guys. So I had this for a whopping, 1,056 days. I know, crazy, but it was a super pretty dress. It was all black lace. It had these big bell sleeves, very goth, very Victorian pretty. It sold for $40. And I probably would still pick it up again, to be honest with you, even though it took a super long time to sell. A lot of times with ModCloth, you want to go for those novelty prints. Those are going to flip faster. They're different, and there's definitely a certain clientele. This dress was a little more plain in terms of it had a lot of things going for it, but it was just a black lace dress, and so I think that's why it sat a little bit longer. But I probably would still pick it up. I do enjoy selling ModCloth, and even the pieces that sit for a long time still flip for a good price. This is embarrassing because I had these shoes for a long time. They were some Sam Edelman heels. They were in a dusty rose pink color suede. I got these heels 2 years ago when me and Alicia went thrifting in New Orleans. Probably, I think the first trip we ever went on together. And by the way, I'm talking about Alicia from Murray Life if you don't know, but we went to New Orleans and I got these and then I never listed them. Well, I finally listed them and they sold in 10 days for $42. Victoria, what is wrong with you? My cost of goods were $4.53, and after Poshmark took $8.40, I made $28.97. What? No excuses, seriously. My death pile's out of control. Next one is a bundle. Somebody bought this Rowell dress. It was all silk. I'd never heard of this brand, but it actually was sold in Anthropologie, but I did see that it was a quality piece when I saw it at the thrift store in New Orleans, so I did grab it. And then also this Free People Diana dress. So the Rowell dress sold in a little over 2 months, which is great. But the Free People dress was 962 days. Again, with Free People, I liked picking up Free People, whether it's dresses, jeans, whatever, but this was not very Free People-esque, if you know what I'm saying. It wasn't boho. It was like this pinstriped, sleeveless dress, just not really Free People style. So I can see why it took a little bit longer to sell it. But the Rowell dress sold for $50. And I made $34.81 on it after deductions and cost of goods. And the Free People dress sold for $40, and after cost of goods and Poshmark fees, I made $25.61 on that dress. So good sales, but I probably wouldn't pick up the Free People dress again. All right, next we have a Diane von Furstenberg dress. Now I did let this one go for a little less than I normally would, a DVF dress, but it was a little jumper dress, not her typical silk wrap dress. It was 100% cotton. It had these cute patch pockets on the front, and it sold for $35. My cost of goods at a thrift store was $7.92. I think I got this in New Orleans. Fees were $7, and I took home $20.08. I still would pick up Diane von Furstenberg, even if it's not her silk wrap dresses, because they still sell for a good price, just not as much as the silk dresses. All right, you've heard me talk about Lulu's. I talk about it in my bread and butter brands video, and this is no exception. I did pay up a little bit for this dress. They had it marked higher, but I do an average cost of goods per shopping trip. So my average cost of goods on this trip was $5.19. The dress sold for $50 in just 28 days, so less than a month. And after Poshmark fees of $10, I took home $34.81. So I will continue to pick up Lulu's dresses. They sell fast and for a good amount. Next up is an item that I would not pick up, but I got them in a thread-up shoebox, so I did go ahead and list them because they were in good condition. They were these little Antonio Milani ankle booties, and they were cute, just not really my style. They sold for $27, and after cost of goods on that box and fees, I made $10.88. Again, I wouldn't pick them up in a thrift store, but definitely fine with making some money off that thread up shoebox. All right, so that's it for Poshmark. Let's move on to eBay sales. eBay sales are finally starting to trickle in after my suspension, and now that I've been listing consistently and getting my items back up. Thank you, Vendoo. So first are another pair of those premium Levi's that I keep talking about. These were the Levi's Icon wedgies. They were in a black wash with a tapered leg. They sold for $52.15 on eBay. My cost of goods were $4.89. eBay fees were $6.56, and shipping was $8.79 because of the weight of the jeans. They are a heavyweight jean because they are premium cotton. So my profit was $31.82, and they only sold in 5 days. These next two items were actually purchased by the same buyer, but they were purchased separately, so I wasn't able to bundle them for her, so they were sent separately. The first one was sold via promoted listings. I do promote all my listings on eBay at 2%, so I don't mind paying the little bit of a fee because I do seem to get a lot more sales with promoted listings. And also with my suspension, things have been pretty slow on eBay. So this is a Parker Crosby dress. Now that these two Parker dresses I had listed are sold, I probably will not pick up Parker again, but thanks to this buyer, they did sell for a nice price. This dress was listed for 456 days and it sold for $46.60. I paid $3.62 at a thrift store. eBay fees were $5.80. Shipping was $4.98. And so I made $32.20 on that dress. And then she purchased another Parker dress. This one sold for $46.60. And after all the deductions of cost of goods, fees, and shipping, I brought home $23.05 on that Parker dress. And that one was listed for 139 days. So not really thinking I'm gonna pick up Parker anymore. It just sits too long, but thankful for those sales and for that buyer coming through and purchasing those from me. All right, next sale on eBay was this Diane von Furstenberg silk vintage top. I actually have 3 different DVF silk shirts that I purchased at a thrift store in Louisiana. This was the first to sell. They've been sitting in my death pile for 2 years. What am I doing, people? But it sold in 14 days after I finally listed that bad boy. It sold for $44.85. Cost of goods were $2.23 from that thrift store. After eBay fees of $6.95 and the shipping of $3.87, I made $31.80. Why am I sitting on all this good inventory? I don't know. And last eBay sale I'm gonna share with you today is this Lily Pulitzer top that actually my cousin gave me. It was brand new with tags. I got it when I went on a road trip last summer and I was up in Virginia and she just handed it to me. So tell people what you do. My cousin, while I was in town, said, hey, I have this shirt you can sell. So I paid $0 for it. It sold for $45. It did sell via promoted listings. So eBay fees were $7.17. Shipping was $3.42, and so I took home $34.41. Not bad for a freebie. All right, let's move on to Mercari. So I finally have some Mercari sales coming through. All right, on Mercari, I sold this Marciano dress. If you don't know, Marciano is the designer for Guess. It is probably the only Marciano dress I would ever pick up, which is the bandage dress. Very popular and what Marciano is mostly known for. This buyer tried to buy this dress from me on 3 different platforms. We were finally able to make a deal on the dress on Mercari because I do offer free shipping on Mercari. So she bought it for $50. I had paid $6.19 at a thrift store in New Orleans for it. It was almost brand new. It did have the little sticker wrapper on the zipper on the back. So Mercari fees were $6.75. Shipping was $8.79 because this dress was heavy. And I made $28.27. So I am happy with that profit and it was only listed 58 days. Next up is a Joie silk dress. I don't really pick up Joie too much anymore. It is a slow seller and just doesn't have the audience it used to, but I got this in a mystery box that I bought from a reseller on Instagram. I did an unboxing of that box here on this channel, I think last year. It was from Kristen from Voyage is a Verb. I haven't seen her do any more mystery boxes or else I would snag one because that box was amazing. I have made a pretty penny off of that box, but this was one of the items. This was one of the slower sells. It was a Joie silk dress, sleeveless with a little tie belt. One of those like really thick belts that ties like a ribbon in the back. It sold for $57 on Mercari. My cost of goods on that box was $9.90 per item. Mercari fees were $7.65 and shipping was $5.96. So I made $33.49 and super happy with that sale. This did not yield a ton of money, but I was happy to see them go. Another item that's been sitting in my death pile forever, and I finally listed it, and it sold in 9 days, and it was Vans. They were these turquoise and black checkered sneakers. They did sell on Mercari for $30, which is a good sale price, but my cost of goods on that ThredUp box were $9 because there was a bunch of junk in that box that I did not sell, so that brought my cost of goods up. Mercari fees were $4.17, and then shipping, because of the weight of the shoes, was $10.21. So I made $6.62, but hey, it's still a profit. And last Mercari sale is this Free People top. It's an open knit Free People top. It was an oatmeal color, and it had these chartreuse colored accents at the cuffs and at the neckline. It's a very cute sweater, and I'm glad that I was able to sell mine on Mercari for $42. I had only paid $2.48 at the thrift store for this sweater. And after fees and shipping on Mercari, I made $29.38. So great sale. A quick viewer sale I want to insert here. I didn't mention earlier in the month, my girl Bob over at Bob Buys, I'll also link her channel in the description below, purchased this absolutely adorable carafe from me. It was by Anchor Hawking, and she saw me show it in a haul video, and she did purchase it from me. I gave her a nice price. My dog is having a dream. Y'all hear that? That's crazy. I tried to sell it to her for $15 shipped, but she went ahead and sent me $20, but I'm gonna pop up a picture of the carafe so you can see it. So thank you, Bob. We like to buy things from each other, so very happy that it went to a good home, and she is using it for her mint syrup. Girl, you better save me some of that mint syrup for when I come over and you make me some mint juleps. All right, and last sale was on Etsy. Shocking. Really, to make tons of sales on Etsy, you need to be consistently listing, and I sell a lot of contemporary along with vintage, so I'm not always listing. I am trying to be more consistent in listing multiple times a week, but sometimes I just have more contemporary inventory to list, so it's not always going to be 100% consistent on Etsy. But I'm grateful for one sale. It was for these Conair hot rollers. I got these in a ThredUp fun box, and they were from the 90s. They still worked. I tested them. They were in excellent condition, still had the original box. They sold for $38.57 on Etsy. My cost of goods on that box was $7, and Etsy fees were $8.50, only because it sold via their promoted listings, which is a little bit higher than eBay's, and you can't set the percentage. So a little bit higher than I would have liked. Shipping was $8.27, so I came out with $14.80, but still a great sale, and happy to see that I have made a profit on that ThredUp fun box. So y'all, that's it for my sales for the end of June. Let me know how your month of June went. I definitely have seen an upswing. Also, to let you know, my average sale price for me, I'm a little higher than most people. I'm normally in the $52 to $54 range. That has been where I've stayed consistent over the last year and a half. But since all the algorithm changes at Poshmark, and because I do make most of my sales on that platform, and then the eBay suspension happened, my average sale price has gone down to about $40 to $42. And so this month I was still hovering in that range. I would like to see it jump up another $10 and get back to where I was before, but we will see. Again, I am very happy for any sales and that things are on the upswing. Let me know if you like these what sold videos by giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? I would love to have you here. I try to put out some fun content every week. I've been averaging about 2 videos a week at this point. I am a very busy mother of 2, so I do what I can in both my reselling business and here on YouTube, but I hope that you enjoy the content and will want to stick around. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.